St. Mary's Springs Seminary was built in 1928. Owned and operated by the Sisters of St. Agnes, it was used as a boarding school for girls, and eventually turned into a high school. Because of its popularity as a Catholic school, it quickly grew beyond capacity. Old and crumbling, a new high school replaced the building in 1970. However, the building was still in use up until a decade ago, but now it remains abandoned, and maybe even haunted. Legend has it that one of the sisters delivered a stillborn baby while in the Springs elevator. Overcome with grief, she committed suicide by stabbing herself with the cross she wore around her neck. It is reported that the seminary is now haunted by the ghost of this nun and her stillborn baby. It is also reported that the wails of the baby can be heard throughout the halls.
I just want to get in there because I'm freezing my ass off.
It's gonna be colder in there. That building's like cold wind of death.
See, we're gonna die.
It said state law, which we were about just to break. But when we get into the second floor, upon the entrance, there's just this big angel painted on the wall. I mean, you know, angels not supposed to be scary, you know, but you walk in there and it's pretty intimidating, just this big angel on the wall. And as we're going up the stairs, about the second floor, all of a sudden you just hear like this explosion. Holy. And it's just birds. It's like shit out here. There's nowhere to go. Everywhere, you just hear the clutter and flutter of wings, and it kind of freaks you out at first until you realize that it's just, you know, birds. You just don't want to get crapped on, I guess, is the scariest thing.
We were walking up and we got to the spiral staircase and we were going up, and we made it like halfway to the top. And all of a sudden all these birds started flying around like crazy. And I looked, and straight in front of my face, about a foot away, was a pigeon just staring right there. And it was just staring at me. I didn't move or anything. We were walking up the stairs and all, you know, all the pigeons that we were trying to avoid. There's a couple on a railing and he walks past them. And this bird is just flying at his face. Probably because it couldn't see that well and it didn't know where to go. So it's just flapping its wing. I wish I could have gotten it on camera. It was the funniest thing, but Matt is like face to face with bird beak, just doesn't know what to do. He puts his hands out like this and he's just getting sabotaged by a pigeon of death. And it was one of the funniest things that had happened, but I'm just glad it wasn't me. But we kept going. There was an instant on the video where we had a door open, and we can't remember if we actually opened it or not. It was kind of freaky because I remember telling Gregor to go look in there. What's in there? Can you see in there? In there. But I don't remember opening it, and I swear it was open before. In the video, there was that door that opened, but I definitely didn't open it. I didn't open any doors, that's for sure. I'm not the ballsy one like Tony is. I tend to be in the back or in the middle, so that way, you know, someone in the back gets sucked away, I still get to run. It kind of looks like this creepy little hand, but you can't really tell. It's really blurry, but it's not quite formed enough to be a full-fledged hand, and the door just kind of swings open.
Did a hand open the door? Or did something else? Was it an invisible entity, a ghost, or a spirit? You decide.
We ended up getting up to the top.
About 4 stories tall.
There's a ladder that goes out to the outside.
Ascending the ladder into the unknown. This is it. I'm not gonna drop off anywhere, buddy. Dude, it's nice out.
So we were able to go up there on the tip top of this building.
We made it.
We should have touched that.
What?
We should have touched that.
Andy,
My hands are crazy.
do you have super on? 'Cause it's kind of blurry.
Yeah.
Up in the bell tower, we didn't really do anything. We just kind of looked over the side.
Super on.
And we could see the whole city from there.
We made it. This is awesome, Andy.
We're having fun. We get outside, we're joking around.
I'm gonna die. We made it. We ascended the whole tower. And we have not been arrested, except for there's a cop car right there. I'm just kidding.
Doesn't matter. You know what I want to say? The Springs ain't haunted. Go back down the tower, and that's when we started exploring the building a little bit.
Alright, now we gotta go to the basement.
What is in there? There's a dark, mysterious shit.
Yeah.
Bubble.
Is there a bloody handprint in there?
Takers.
No bloody handprints.
Here it is. It's that portal of doom. Hey, it's a bathroom. So this actually looks pretty decent.
Somebody's using this, look.
Oh my gosh, there's crap in there. Somebody did use it.
Really?
Yeah, come
There was a toilet bowl that was shoved full of toilet paper.
Somebody used it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Tony, wait up. There is shit paper. Like somebody had used it. Pranksters could have been in there, but it was shoved full and there was water in that bowl. And toilet paper is not going to last too long sitting in water. It's going to disintegrate. So that was like the first thing that almost freaked me out, because we didn't have, evidence of hauntings, but we had evidence of people living in there.
Of course not.
That's probably the closest we came to any signs of ghosts yet. Alright guys. The Springs isn't haunted, but the ghosts still wipe their ass in the bathroom. It's basically the conclusion of it.
We saw some graffiti, and you've got your obscene gestures or whatever, and somebody spelled sex backwards and all that crazy stuff. And then we see Satan stuff, sing the atheist anthem and hail Satan and all this stuff.
Hail Lucifer.
What's up, man?
He's coming for you. These people suck at graffiti. What does it say, Lucifer? He's coming for you. What does it say?
It's like a bird or a bad person that got mutilated.
I think it's supposed to be Jesus.
Apparently it was the elevator shaft where a nun had killed herself. So apparently that was supposed to be like the hot spot in the whole building. And I remember walking up to the elevator door to the cable car there and pressing a button that says waiting for the elevator. Press the button for the car to come down. And
To call car, press button momentarily. Yeah, call the car here.
we press it.
Guys, the car is coming. The haunted car of death.
Of course nothing happens, but you can just imagine the elevator coming down, opening up, and you know, who knows what is behind that, whether it's the demon or something's just gonna pop out at you. But Tony was there with his machete, so felt pretty confident, pretty safe.
Tony, you look so hot with your Superman.
I know. Where's the elevator? It's up.
I got a baseball bat.
Andy, I had a loaded bullet and I didn't know what to do with it.
It's not coming open. It's a door. It's rusted. 666. No, line everything up at 666. Oh God, it's 666.
It's gonna freak somebody out if they come up here.
We're gonna die.
If they actually take notice. Any scary messages on the chalkboard?
I see you. That sucks. Oh, it's a corkboard.
Oh, it's not a chalkboard.
What? This was the gas chamber. Part of the concentration camp.
Okay, here's a computer, guys. Where?
That's gotta be Adele. I hope I said that loud for everybody to hear in the video. That's Adele. You don't see any Mac today. Some secret research experiments been going on down here in Nova. Using high-tech Windows 98s.
I'm seriously surprised nobody lives in here.
Dude, shut up. Dude, I got a text message that's gonna freak you.
And I hadn't looked towards the front yet, towards like the altar. And all of a sudden I turned back around and all I saw was his body just laying on the altar and I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, Tony, you better tell me that is you laying there. And all of a sudden I see Tony's hand go up and I was like, okay, thank God. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are the. Oh my God!
Alright, yeah, don't yell in here.
It smells like dill pickles.
Somebody's living in here. They get all the home equities.
They're having a home equity sale. Got everything they need.
It's huge.
Oh,
It's broken down.
that's just kind of creepy, you know? Maybe
I feel like I should see someone else's face.
I know.
That's mine.
Hey, is this shit you? Try to open it.
Is it bolted up there?
No, it's not even.
See it. Now I'm looking out. That'd be so freaky if there's people in the parking lot looking at us, freaking out.
And we were in the theater area, and I don't know if it's on the video or not, but we're walking through and there's all these seats, and all of a sudden there's just this huge black cloth.
Creepy black cloth.
It was just this big black cloth that looked like a Satan worshiper would be like, rah! Inside of it, like flames would shoot off.
Oh.
Just checking.
Are any of the seats pushed down?
Well, there's a couple of
Nobody's in the audience, are there?
I
Hopefully.
don't know why they didn't sell these. These seats sell for a lot of money.
Oh, you mean like fireworks? Hopefully when we review the film, there'll be somebody sitting in one of those chairs. Hopefully.
Well,
With no weight.
oh my gosh. We're going down this.
Oh, Tony. What do you do to me?
You did that yourself. We're going down this.
If this ain't the portal to hell, I don't know what is. That would be ironic if it wasn't a Catholic church.
And then the room.
And there's basically this hallway.
And there's all these desks there, and the last time I was there, they weren't there.
It's kind of set up, it almost looks like a blockade. There's desks kind of going at angles so you like don't walk back there.
And they were kind of strewn about, kind of in a maze type looking thing, and
Now we get to this room, right? And we hear this noise.
We made it to this room, and there's all these desks everywhere, and Tony's like, what the heck is up with all these desks? And I'm like, I don't know, it was probably set up by the police. And right as I said the police, all of us froze, because you just hear, all of us just heard this like deep, raspy
Breathing.
probably the police.
It's like a kind of... It's kind of hard to recreate, but it was like a growling type, just deep
breathing. And like, if you watch the video, you can't hear it that well, but oh man, we froze in our places. Like, we all thought we were gonna die.
Probably the police. Probably the police. Probably the police. Probably the police. We looked into this hallway to the left of us, and we see all these tarps up.
And like, even Tony, who at that point couldn't stand still for more than like 3 seconds at a time without moving on, was just frozen in place. Up until that point, we had all been like running through this place. Like, we felt like we ran it, like we were owning this place. And all of a sudden, all of us just froze. Like, we were scared out of our minds. We all just stopped like dead in our tracks. We didn't know what it was. We had our little flashlights and we were holding them up, looking in there. Gregor had his camera up, but it was a little shaky, and we're all just staring at this room. Dead silence, just terrified. And of course, you know, we're trying to be manly. We're like, what was that? I think there's something in there.
What's in there?
There's this tarp that's billowing back and forth.
and like the tarp was moving.
And all of the windows in there are like barred up and shut. Like, there's no way there was any wind. So there's no way that could have been like the wind moving the tarp. But on the video, you definitely see that tarp move.
Just, there's no wind. I mean, it's calm as death in there, and this thing is moving, and we're like, you know, what's going on? Is there an animal in there? You hear me on the camera, I'm like trying to rationalize this. I'm like, it can't be more than a rat.
It can't be more than a rat.
I say that, and I'm like thinking, maybe raccoon, small animal.
And you know,
we're trying to explain it off, you know, like an animal or something, but the tarp was definitely moving.
You didn't hear the tarp flutter, and you didn't hear any animal noises. It just sounded like breathing.
So we didn't know if it was an animal or what. We didn't have anything. We didn't want to go running in and check.
I don't know, and I don't want to find out. I'm getting this out. Not really.
And you know, I'm thinking, all right, we haven't seen any ghosts so far. I really want to go in there. You know, this is what we're here for, to get something on film, come out with some hard evidence. I was thinking maybe even paranormal creature, you know, like there's a chupacabra down here.
And like, we didn't know if we should go in.
But then, good old Tony has to go and say, what if there's a person in there?
And I was thinking, what if it's a person, especially with a prison right down the road?
There's somebody sleeping in there.
And you know, the whole time I'm not thinking, you know, people are living in here. That didn't even cross my mind until Tony's like, what if there's a person sleeping in there? I'm like, oh crap. He's probably right, because it sounds like a human breathing. So I swing the camera down, I'm freaking out for a second, you know, and I'm just like filming the ground. I'm thinking, you know, okay, I get the balls to like get one last shot, and you can't really see it very good because I had moved at this point, but you hear it breathe like one more time. Just slightly on camera, you really have to listen for it, but this was, trust me, it was a lot louder in person there. But you heard this breathing, and then
We just kind of left.
we just booked it. We just ran down the hallways and we got the heck out of there.
We should go back. Tell me what if we found something. I know. We're not on that walls, it's too like you.
I have a knife.
Tell me what if there's like a fucking unexplained creature. And we like are like famous.
What we're gonna be? Guess we'll die.
I'm not going to, that's freaking terrifying.
You hear that breathing?
I just want to get out of here now. Yeah. Oh my god, keep looking by. I feel like it's far.
You got that on video, right?
Kind of. I couldn't see what it was though.
Well, I couldn't either, and I wasn't gonna step closer.
I think I saw two little eyes. It wasn't that big, but like, holy shit.
Because one of the rumors is there's this dog thing that runs around and it looks like it's multiple, like a dragon dog.
You just want to leave or what? I just want to get out of here now.
We wanted to go back because curiosity was just killing us.
But then we decided to go down to the basement.
So we go down and we see this sign in the hallway. It says, "More in basement."
Oh shit. What's down there? A lot of wreckage. This is where the hobo lives now.
What's working on this one?
He's not here, so we're just gonna see. We go all the way down the whole school. This is the labyrinth we're gonna die in.
We got down to the basement and started looking around. We saw these tunnels, so I decided to go first and we started crawling through them, and there's a bunch of drippy pipes everywhere, and next thing you know, it just starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller until you can't even move.
It's getting legit. We're crawling. Ow, I got wet. Something's dripping on me. What's back there? Who's peeing? Matt, why'd you stop?
And I stopped and everyone else stopped, and they're just like, why'd you stop? And I'm just like, there's nothing back here. It's just tiny. It just keeps getting smaller. Pretty soon you're gonna be crawling on doing an army crawl through it in this wet, drippy pipe area, and yeah, it just wouldn't be any fun.
I don't think. Is there nothing back there? We don't need to keep going.
It's really wet too. I don't see anything back there.
We can go down the other one. They probably all connect.
We started walking back, and I was the last one to leave back there, and I kept hearing stuff behind me, so I stopped and...
What's back there?
I don't know, I definitely just heard like a footstep though.
Yeah, I heard it 4 times.
And we kept hearing stuff fall or footsteps or something back there.
Turn off your lights. It's just a pipe or something.
And when we'd shine the light, it wouldn't do anything, but when you take the light away, we'd hear it again, and we'd put the light back up there. There'd be nothing there, so we just kind of left it alone and just kept moving on.
It's just building noises. Don't worry about it.
Keep your lights off.
You think there's cops outside?
I know, that's what I'm wondering. Keep your lights down and just hear that door.
And I was like right here. You're gonna see that foot.
I went along the second time, but the first time I didn't go with, and Gregor, Tony, and Andy heard something in this room with a tarp over it.
But that tarp.
Just point the light down.
I saw the room with the tarp, I was just like, okay, I was just thinking, I just want to see if anyone's in there, so...
That tarp rippled, dude. Like,
Well, something moved. We heard it.
yeah, there was something that you could see it. Tarp ripple.
I just go up there, peel back the tarp, and go in the room and shine the light around.
So this is the tarp. I mean, that's where we heard the breathing. There's nothing in there.
But yeah, we didn't. When we went back, there was nothing in there. So we're still questioning what we saw.
So we go back, and we go back to the tarp room, and there's nothing there. Go right in, Matt walks right in, takes a flashlight, we see nothing. So, I don't know if that person left or what.
Nobody was in there, and solve that one.
I'm pretty sure that's open.
Was that barred off last time?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was barred.
Watch out.
Was it barred off?
It's right there.
It's broken off.
It's right there.
It's laying on the ground.
I told you it was barred.
Everything, but the second time we came back, we walk up to the front door, and the bar that is on this door is laying on the ground. It's on the floor, like somebody had been in and out of the front of the building. I mean, anybody of authority, the cops, had they been in there, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have been careless enough to leave that on the ground. They're gonna bar the door back up.
We should get out of here.
What?
Somebody's in here.
Not in here.
Somebody's been here.
Somebody's been here. They probably take it off and put it back on if they want to lock it.
Yeah, but that means stuff's been going on.
It means no one's here right now.
If we walk around the back, this bar's on.
We're dead.
Yeah, leave it.
What does the wall say over here?
It says date me Leah.
Date me, Leah?
Andy.
Is that you?
Yeah, me.
Dude, I don't know if that's like been a Somebody who owns it? Some kids?
No.
Somebody has to be in here to take it off.
Yeah, but like, is it a cop, you know? Person?
I'm guessing it was just some kids that just took off.
We were walking out, and I walked and I stepped or tripped on this thing, and I didn't know what it was, and I looked down and there's this little broken statue about like 2.5 feet tall. It's a little Jesus statue. He's sitting here waving like this, and his other arm's busted off. So I was like, oh, I should save Jesus.
Someone save me if you will, and take away all these pills, and please just save me if you can.
So I brought him home, and he is currently a lawn ornament right now, until at least my mom tells me to get rid of it because it's kind of ugly. No offense, Jesus.
Tony, you silly kid. None taken. None taken.
But yeah, that room was definitely freaky. Like, there was something in there for sure. I'd definitely say inhabited. If there was something there, I'd say there was a person just chilling in there and living, because, I mean, it was like deep breathing, like almost snoring, like the in-between breaths, you know, when you're like half asleep. So I'd say inhabited.
So, do I think it's haunted? No, I don't think it's haunted. It's just a big, scary building that people just go in there and use it for shelter or something. Where I can see people saying it's haunted because they say they see lights in there and stuff and like the windows. Well, that could just be people like us in there with lights and just reflecting off the windows onto the street, and people see it and they go, oh, it's haunted. No, just a few kids in there seeing if it's haunted or not.
I would have to say there's a good possibility it was inhabited. I don't know about haunted. We didn't hear any baby screams, but there's animals living in there, and there was pretty good chance that people could live in there. It's not too hard to get into. So yeah, I would say somebody could live in there.
I mean, I've never been so terrified in my life. It's 2 a.m. I mean, there's no denying, you know, what happened. The tarp was moving. For what reason, who knows. I mean, just watching the video, the three of us, you know, we were Ghostbusters, just running through there, having the time of our lives, not scared at all. And we just got to that point, and I knew something was there, whether it's a person, whether it was a ghost, demon, creature, whatever. I can't tell you. I wish I would have went in there and kind of not, because, you know, I might not be sitting here right now, but it's truly a frightening experience. So my theory is that somebody was living down there when we came down the first time, and either they heard us, or we made too much ruckus, or they just got scared or moved to a new spot. But I think they took the bar off the door and ran out. I don't think they're there anymore, but I don't really want to go back and find out, because I'm pretty sure somebody's living in there.